The world stopped breathing when Madonna arrived at the 2025 Met Gala smoking a Cuban cigar, dressed in a pristine white tuxedo that sent photographers into a frenzy. But what the cameras didn't capture, what no one could have anticipated, was that the Queen of Pop had smuggled something far more scandalous than tobacco into America's most prestigious fashion event. "Tonight," she whispered to her horrified assistant as she stepped from her golden chariot, "I'm going to make the Met Gala history, or burn it to the ground trying." The first Monday in May had arrived once again, and with it, the most prestigious fashion event of the year, the Met Gala 2025. This year's theme, timeless iconography, fashion through the ages, beckoned the greatest stars to reimagine historical figures through a contemporary lens. But nobody, not the press, not the fans lining Fifth Avenue, not even Vogue's Anna Wintour herself, was prepared for what Madonna Louise Ciccone had in store. At exactly 7:43 p.m., the Queen of Pop arrived at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, not in a limousine like most attendees, but standing atop a golden chariot drawn by 4 white horses. Gasps rippled through the crowd as Madonna emerged, resplendent in an impeccably tailored white tuxedo with tails, a brazen departure from the extravagant gowns most female attendees chose. "I came as Frank Sinatra meets Marlene Dietrich with a dash of my own legacy," Madonna announced to the stunned reporters as she posed on the famous Met steps, casually puffing on a Cuban cigar. The white rose pinned to her lapel was rumored to be preserved from a bouquet given to her by Marilyn Monroe's former gardener, a relic she'd acquired for this specific occasion. At 66, Madonna's presence commanded more attention than starlets half her age. Her white tuxedo, custom designed by an up-and-coming designer she'd discovered on Instagram, featured subtle LED lighting embedded in the seams that pulsed in rhythm with her heartbeat, a technological marvel that symbolized the eternal pulse of artistic rebellion, as she later explained. "Darling, gender is so 20th century," she drawled when Ryan Seacrest asked about her masculine-inspired ensemble. "I've been breaking these boundaries since before most of these kids were born." The comment instantly became the night's most viral soundbite, shared millions of times within minutes. The real drama began inside, however. As Madonna ascended the grand staircase, she spotted her longtime rival, a pop diva 20 years her junior whose recent autobiography had contained several unflattering anecdotes about Madonna. Witnesses reported that Madonna approached her with surprising warmth, embracing her before whispering something that made the younger star's face turn pale. She just smiled and said, "I've bought the film rights to your book. We start shooting next month. I'm playing you, of course," an insider later revealed to Page 6. The younger diva reportedly spent the next hour hiding in the bathroom, frantically calling her legal team. Meanwhile, Madonna had commandeered a table near the center of the Great Hall, where she held court like a Renaissance queen. Tech billionaires, Oscar winners, and even a British royal gathered around her, entranced by her storytelling. Security guards reported she had smuggled in her own bottle of rare absinthe, strictly against Met Gala rules, which she shared with her enchanted audience. She was telling us about the time she and Andy Warhol snuck into Studio 54's secret basement and discovered a hidden Basquiat painting, said one awestruck Hollywood director. Whether it was true didn't matter. When Madonna tells a story, reality bends to her will. The evening's unexpected highlight came during dinner when Anna Wintour had arranged for a special tribute to fashion pioneers throughout history. As the lights dimmed for a video presentation, Madonna suddenly stood on her chair and whistled so loudly that the entire hall fell silent. "I've watched fashion come and go for 4 decades, she proclaimed, tossing aside her still-lit cigar, which was deftly caught by Timothée Chalamet, seated nearby. "But tonight I want to honor the seamstresses, the pattern makers, and the invisible hands that actually create what we wear." With that, Madonna unveiled her evening's true purpose. She had secretly arranged for 50 of New York's most skilled garment workers, many immigrants in their 70s and 80s who had spent decades crafting couture behind the scenes, to enter the gala. These artisans received a standing ovation as they paraded through the Great Hall, many in tears at the unexpected recognition. The impromptu tribute nearly derailed the evening's schedule, much to the chagrin of the Met Gala organizers. Yet even Anna Wintour, notorious for her rigid adherence to planning, seemed moved by Madonna's guerrilla celebration of the fashion industry's unsung heroes. As midnight approached, the gala's structured programming gave way to more relaxed mingling. Madonna, however, was conspicuously absent from the main hall. Rumors began circulating. Had she left early? Was she ill? Had she been asked to leave after the cigar incident? The truth emerged when security cameras caught Madonna leading an expedition of curious celebrities, including 3 Oscar winners, a former Secretary of State, and 2 members of European royalty, through the museum's restricted areas. Somehow, she had obtained a master key card to the Met's most precious collections. She told us she wanted to show us something that would change our understanding of art forever, recounted a Grammy-winning rapper who was part of the group. Next thing we know, we're in this climate-controlled room with Renaissance paintings, and Madonna's giving a lecture on feminist symbolism in 16th-century portraiture that would impress any art historian. Museum officials were initially horrified when alerted to the unauthorized tour, but quickly realized Madonna was delivering an astonishingly knowledgeable impromptu art history lesson. The museum's head curator, who rushed to intercept the group, ended up staying to listen, occasionally nodding in approval at Madonna's insightful analyses. She knew things about our collection that aren't even in our official documentation, the curator later admitted. When I asked how she knew about the hidden signature on the Caravaggio, she just winked and said, "I was there when he painted it, honey." By 2 a.m., when most guests had departed, Madonna gathered her remaining entourage, now including several museum staff, in the Temple of Dender. There, she revealed the final surprise of her evening, a pop-up performance of a song from her upcoming album, accompanied only by a cellist she'd somehow smuggled into the museum. The haunting melody echoed through the ancient Egyptian temple, a song about mortality, legacy, and defiance that moved several listeners to tears. The museum's night security team, initially rushing to shut down the unauthorized performance, stood transfixed at the entrance, phones raised to capture the moment. "In my 40 years at the Met, I've never seen anything like it," said one veteran security guard. Madonna turned the museum into a cathedral, and none of us wanted it to end. As dawn approached, Madonna finally prepared to leave, but not before signing her name, in lipstick, on the inside of a bathroom stall door. For posterity, she reportedly quipped to her makeup artist, "In 50 years, they'll put a glass case around this toilet." The Met Gala 2025 would go down in history as Madonna's Met, an evening where the Queen of Pop had once again reinvented not just herself, but the very nature of the event. Fashion blogs would spend weeks analyzing her white tuxedo, her cigar as accessory, her subtle tributes to fashion history embedded in her cufflinks and collar stays. But for the woman herself, it was just another Monday in May. As she finally departed, slipping out through the loading dock rather than the main entrance, a young security guard asked if she had enjoyed the evening. Madonna paused, adjusting her white bow tie one final time. "Honey," she replied with her characteristic blend of warmth and steel, "I didn't attend the Met Gala. The Met Gala attended me." With that perfect exit line, she disappeared into her waiting vehicle. Not the golden chariot from her arrival, but a vintage ambulance painted midnight blue, leaving behind a night that would be remembered long after the designer dresses had been archived and the red carpet rolled away. The following morning, Anna Wintour reportedly received a handwritten note from Madonna, containing just 5 words. "Same time next year, darling?" The Met Gala would never be the same again. Folks, what you just witnessed was Madonna doing what Madonna has always done best, breaking rules, commanding attention, and leaving everyone talking for days. At 66, she proves once again that age is just a number when you've got attitude and nerve. The 2025 Met Gala will forever be remembered as Madonna's Met, a night when fashion took a backseat to pure, unbridled star power. I hope this story brought back memories of when celebrities weren't afraid to be larger than life, when icons like Madonna shocked and delighted us with their bold choices. If you enjoyed this glimpse into celebrity history and want more stories about the golden era of entertainment, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Each week, I bring you incredible tales from Hollywood's past and present that your friends at Bingo won't believe. Remember, at our age, we've seen the best of the best, so why not relive those glory days together? Subscribe now, turn on notifications, and join our community of classic entertainment lovers. And tell me in the comments, what was your favorite Madonna moment through the decades? Until next time, keep those memories golden. And there you have it, friends. Another glimpse into the larger-than-life world of our favorite icons. Madonna's rebellious spirit reminds us of an era when stars weren't afraid to shock, surprise, and leave us talking for days. If you enjoyed this story and want more tales from the golden age of entertainment that the young folks today just wouldn't understand, hit that subscribe button right now. After all, we were there when real stars walked the earth. And these stories deserve to be remembered and shared. Leave a comment with your favorite Madonna memory, and I'll see you next week for another unforgettable celebrity story. Keep those memories alive.